There you go. Very smart.
I'll go.
It's your turn in the spotlight, you'll knock 'em dead.
Let's hope the judge thinks so.
He'll grant you residency, I know he will. Nick, don't worry.
I hope you're right, Kathy. I really do.
Look who Alice and I have found.
Hey.
I'm just going to wish you the best of luck, Nick.
Oh, thanks, Seth, because I'm going to need it. Yeah, and its name's Elsa Feldman.
Better not mention that to the judge, though.
And there'd be a food counter here, which would be better than before, because the customer would have to walk past there to get to where you are.
Very impressive.
Designed to meet our every need.
Vic.
Work starting as soon as possible. Couple of weeks, we can move back home. Our new home. The first designer-built post office in Yorkshire. Perhaps even the whole country.
Well, I'm glad you haven't been idle while I've been away, Vic, because...
Idle? I haven't stopped. I've been farm labourer, architect, motorcycle maintenance.
Reg has left a will.
Oh. Did he?
He's left £10,000 in a trust fund for Scott, for educational purposes. What should we do?
Keep well in with Scott.
What was that?
Are you deaf?
Pardon?
What I said was, Pollard was standing just up there. He looks around, checks nobody's about, and then throws this big thing in, right in the middle.
What, and then he just got in his car and drove away?
You were listening. And there's me thinking you were deaf.
What? I wonder what is in it.
Diamonds, drugs, counterfeit money. Here, who's going in?
Oh, you've got the wellies.
So have you.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is a wind-up, do I?
Oh, straight up, on the level. Heads.
Well, what?
Well, do we accept the money or don't we?
Well, it's Scott's inheritance, not ours. But we could certainly do with it. But he can't borrow out of a trust fund.
Well, maybe we should just have nothing to do with it. Refuse it.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Well, I don't know, it seems dishonest somehow. I mean, it's not going to be legit money, is it?
Well, it is just possible that Reg earned it.
Oh, come off it. He never earned anything in his life. Unless you call extortion and protection rackets gainful employment.
10 grand is not a fantastic amount to show for 45 years on this planet. Even if he did spend half of it at Her Majesty's pleasure. What I'm saying...
It's a lot more than 10 grand, Vic.
What? How much?
£30,000.
Rich, you're my favourite psychopath. 30 grand! Well, it couldn't have happened to a nicer couple.
There is a catch. A big catch.
I know it's the 11th hour, Eric, but I was wondering if you could try again.
Caroline, she wouldn't listen to me last time.
But Nick's desperate. He's worried sick about being grilled by her barrister in court today.
Well, that's understandable.
Look, I hate to ask, and I hate to say this, but she is indebted to you, isn't she? For not telling the police about Michael. Look, Alice is going to be so confused if she has to go and live with Elsa. And I dread to think how Nick will react.
Well, perhaps we do need a different approach, yeah?
Oh, thanks, Eric. I won't forget this.
Get a move on, Luke. You're not walking the plank.
How deep is it, do you know?
Oh, pretty shallow, I think. That was a wind-up.
Help me stop laughing, please.
Yeah. Are you sure you weren't imagining this?
I saw him with my own 2 eyes.
Well, get further out, then.
Sure it's not too deep?
I haven't seen any crocodiles for ages.
Good.
Sharks ate them all. Boom.
Don't give up your day job.
G'day. What's up? Can't afford a fishing rod?
Oh, well, a fishing rod won't be any good with the beast of Beckendale.
Oh, I heard. So it's an amphibious creature that's scared of wellies, eh?
It's Australians, apparently.
And then it'll die of food poisoning. Oh, this used to be a great country once.
When?
Dunno, but everyone says it used to be great once. Apparently full of enterprising young kids. Can't see it myself. See ya.
Waltzing Matilda.
It says to help if Mum needs to remarry.
He's done this deliberately. Reg has. He stitched us up from the grave.
He always was a bad loser. Well, I'm not leaving you. Not even for 30,000 quid.
Thanks, Viv. You're a diamond.
40,000, yeah. What?
The will says you get a gift of 30 grand if you remarry to help with the costs.
Is there an echo in here?
If you don't remarry before Scott's 25, he gets the lot. Reg wants you to choose between me or the money.
Brilliant. I've just chosen you. And stop talking about Reg as if he's still alive.
Hey, knock it off! Well, hurry up and find it then! Hey! What?
I don't believe it.
What? What?
Blimey, I could need a hand.
What for?
You'll know when you see this. Come on, hurry up.
If this is a wind-up... Oh, you... Hey, hold on! No chance!
Well, I'm definitely not going to divorce you.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Vic, there was something else.
Cool, Benny. This will's got more twists than Chubby Checker. What now?
Well, I didn't want to mention it because I don't think I want to know what's in there.
In where?
Safety deposit box in London.
London is joking.
It's probably got his share of that robbery in it.
Well, let's hope so.
Oh, the strength of this Peter Whiteley boy. Oh, can Sven hold him? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, Peter Whiteley, the champion of the world.
I don't usually let hooligans in here.
Oh, he's not a hooligan. Are you, Petey? Really?
Careful.
Okay.
Go and put your coat on and then I'll take you to the swings.
Yeah, back home, he'd have his own swings in a huge garden. Now, I don't know how you handle it in that plastic, Dunny.
Thanks very much.
Why don't you move on? I mean, what's keeping you here?
Plenty. Oh, good boy.
Want to see me shear some sheep, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd love it in Australia, Lynn. So would he. It's a good night out in Sydney. I'll be happy to show you around. Anyway, I'll see you later.
How's the baby, Sarah?
Oh, she's a bit fractious. Oh, I don't know. She's quieter now. I think I imagine illness for her half the time. I'm a neurotic mother.
Weddings, funerals and going to court. That's what suits me to me. Why do we wear them?
Oh, suits me in respectability.
Which, in your case, might mean a lighter fine.
Oh, I see. So if you put a suit on a serial killer...
You get a respectable serial killer, yeah.
You two are looking very smart.
Don't feel smart.
Paying the price for that accident with Donna Windsor.
That was Michael Feldman.
Yeah, look, that's all over. Should be back in time to run you to the airport, Ma.
Oh, no. I remember the last time Joe tried to drive me to the airport. I'll take a taxi.
No chance. You packed?
I am. And my ticket's booked in the name of Anne Sugden.
Oh, yeah?
Well, seeing the village has been renamed in my honour, and the Sugdens have run Emmerdale Farm for so many years, I've decided to become a Sugden again.
Oh, welcome back, Ma.
Not that you were ever away like.
Good for you, Annie. Thank you, Sarah.
I wonder what Pollard will make of this.
We'll soon see.
We'll have to put that in a safe place.
Yeah. Why?
Pollard wanted it to disappear for good. He must have had a reason to chuck it in the river. Let's find out why.
Don't look at her, Nick.
We're not fooling her by looking away, Mum.
No.
Nick looks really worried.
Don't you think Alice would be happy with Nick?
Get lost, will you?
Fair enough.
Is that it?
I promised Caroline I'd have a word. And I have.
You're the end. You really are.
I really do think Alice would be happy with Nick.
You have no interest in my daughter's welfare. You just want to keep Nick's mum happy.
Mrs. Bates is a very good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to see her upset.
Well, she will be when I'm granted residency, which will happen regardless of what anybody says.
And I'm sure the court would be very interested in your involvement in my accident.
Maybe, yeah. Go on, tell them. You won't go anywhere near the police. You've too much to hide.
Don't bet on it, young lady.
Being your stepdaughter's been an education. I can recognise slime from 50 yards.
For Alice's sake, I hope you lose.
Don't bet on that, old man.
At least you're not in prison.
Soon will be. Debtor's prison.
Magistrates were lenient with us because of the plane crash.
If a £2.5 grand fine is being lenient, I hate to see them when they're being rough. So much for the suits.
What are you doing, Ma? Look, Ma, we can't.
Jack's right. It's our mess. We'll get out of it.
If I'd held to that principle, you'd have drowned in mess years ago.
We can't, Ma.
Take my advice. Be direct, like Sven. That way you get there much quicker.
Thanks, Ma. Right, well, I'm going to get changed, and then I'm going directly to the Heritage Farm.
Yeah. And I'll take you directly to the airport.
Just a minute. There's one condition goes with that cheque. In future, children do not ride on that tractor.
I think you've just got yourself a deal there, Annie.
As Alice's father, what do you want for her?
The best possible start. I don't want her life disrupted. It's important that she's emotionally safe and secure.
Safe and secure, quite so. And do you think she feels safe and secure with you, Mr. Bates?
Yes.
More safe and secure than she'd be with her mother?
Yes, I do.
Indeed. Do you recall an incident on the 21st of June when Alice, in your care, was burnt by an iron?
That was an accident. I couldn't do
As
any...
you said, it was an accident.
Yes.
I'm wondering how safe and secure Alice felt after that accident with the iron.
I got Alice to a doctor straight away.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
She was all right. She recovered very quickly. Alice is very resilient.
And did she recover very quickly when she'd been scalded by boiling water whilst in your care?
Yes, she did. She pulled a pan off the gas ring. I just turned for it. It happens.
Am I correct in thinking that you don't have a childminder?
Well, I don't need one. I take Alice to the nursery every day and pick her up.
When she was taken ill at nursery only the other week, the teacher waited for over 2 hours for you.
I couldn't get away from work.
Nobody's blaming you, Mr. Bates. It sounds as if you've done a remarkably good job given the circumstances. But bearing in mind what's best for Alice, what would make her feel most safe and secure, I wonder if a childminder would help avoid any further accidents.
Nobody can keep an eye on their child 24 hours a day.
That is precisely what Elsa Feldman proposes to do. Wouldn't that be in Alice's best interest, Mr. Bates?
You're a bigger kid than he is.
You could use the money from the insurance to buy a house in Australia, couldn't she?
Yeah. I've got a business to run here.
Sell it.
I couldn't let my partner down.
Frank Tate would sell his grandmother for a cheaper one. Do you think he'd give a stuff about you if he thought of moving on?
That's hardly the point.
That is exactly the point.
Oh, I was hoping to catch you.
Oh, hello.
You look very smart, Mrs. S.
I'm going to Spain this afternoon. Amos is picking me up from the airport.
Now, there is a woman who knows how to make the most of an opportunity.
Going away present.
Beauty. I won't give you a hug. I'll get sweat all over your outfit.
Much appreciated, Sven. Goodbye.
Bye. Tough old bird, isn't she?
Taking her opportunities. You've only got one life. Grab it.
Meaning what?
We could have a good time together, the three of us. Yeah. I want to beat him at arm wrestling sometime. You could do worse than come along with me.
And you've been a single parent for how long, Mr. Bates?
For the past 2 years.
Would you be so kind as to tell us how this came about?
Elsa Feldman, Alice's mother, abandoned her. She just walked out on us both.
And you've coped satisfactorily to date?
Yes. I've had a lot of support from family and friends in Emmerdale.
But it's not been easy.
No parent has ever said that bringing up a child was easy, have they?
Not yet, no, Mr. Bates. According to the statements, Alice seems to be a very happy child. Would you agree?
Yes, I would. Everybody who meets her says so. She's brought an awful lot to my life. She's great.
Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Yeah, good conference. Maximisation of the land. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we should take a good look at this place. There's plenty more we could do.
OK, we will. Anyway, what about Venice? It's romantic.
Yes, but a bit obvious.
Oh!
But why not?
That's what you want.
You know, we could develop a dry ski slope here on Home Farm. It'd make a bomb. Just maximising the land.
That's outrageous.
What is?
Yes, Jack, seeing as you asked, we did have a nice time in Geneva.
Developments like dry ski slopes scar the countryside.
Well, as I recall, you and Sarah weren't averse to going to the one in Houghton.
Yeah, that's different.
Didn't think you were a NIMBY, Jack.
Not in my...
Yeah, I know what it means. Everyone would oppose you on it, including me.
Welcome home.
I've heard how Miss Feldman is prepared to give up her job and look after her daughter 24 hours a day, and how Alice's grandmother is prepared to look after her while Mr. Bates is at work. I do not doubt Alice will be loved, cared for, and happy in either environment. My decision is based solely on what I perceive to be best for the child, and I am therefore going to make a residence order in favour of Mr. Bates, as I do not see any benefit to Alice in changing her domestic situation, except in granting Miss Feldman a contact order for reasonable access.
That'll shake Pollard up a bit, a ghost from his past.
Arisen from the sea like a hungry shark scenting blood. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
nice one. Where will the Beast of Beckendale strike next, I wonder?
No telling.
Why?
Usually where it's least expected.
A cynic might say it was just an excuse for a story in the local rag.
There has been sightings at Beast before now, you know.
Really?
Well, I've never seen it.
It's as big as a horse with tentacles as wide again.
No kidding.
I reckon it's come back because we've renamed village and it don't like it.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, well, I don't like and rename it village, but I don't go around haunting people, do I?
It don't do to mock spirit world.
Don't react, don't look. No sweat. Where's he going now?
Dunno. The loo, probably.
Nothing's gone right this year, Ma. Plane crash, Donna Windsor, Shirley Turner. I reckon there's a curse on me. I'm that scared to get out of bed in the morning.
I'm frightened of getting into bed in case I can't get out.
You okay? You're leading the life of Riley.
Hard times befall everybody at one stage or another, Joe. You just have to learn to see it through and make the most of what you've got.
What have I got, though? No wife, no kids, no money?
You've got your health and strength, and that's priceless.
Yeah.
And you're young enough to make a new life. And you've got me. even though I'm in Spain.
Yeah. I tell you what, the way I feel at the moment, I wouldn't mind coming with you.
It's good to go. Well, I presume this young lady is over 18.
Oh, she's that. Over 18 months.
Hey, just this once, eh? Can't exactly celebrate without you, can we?
Here's to British justice. Best money can buy.
Cheers, Frank. Oh, and I'll start turfing that lawn tomorrow, don't worry.
Green side up, preferably.
Yeah. Well, that was a very pleasant turn up for the books, wasn't it, eh?
It certainly was. And thanks for all your help, Eric. It's much appreciated.
My pleasure. I think Nick should thank the judge.
Oh, thank him. I tell you, I nearly kissed him.
You look 5 years younger, Nick.
Oh, really? I feel 10 years older.
Nice one, Nick.
Oh, cheers, Vic.
Cheers.
Can I have a word, please?
Come here, Alice.
Yeah.
For Alice's sake, we shouldn't be enemies.
I never wanted that.
I'd like us to help each other with her.
Yeah.
Well, not just being civilised, but being friendly.
I never wanted it to be unfriendly.
No. We still have something in common. We both love Alice.
And she needs a mum as well as a dad.
I'm thinking of moving into Houghton to be a bit closer, so if you ever need a babysitter...
Elsa, let's walk before we run, eh?
All right. Whatever's best for Alice.
Common sense finally prevails.
The Fellman kids are not what you'd call consistent. If I were Nick, I'd be very careful.
He's been through enough with that lass to know what he's doing.
Right, it's over now. She'll just have to make the most of it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful country, Lynn. Plenty of opportunity for you and Peter.
There are opportunities here, too.
Yeah, but I'm not here. Well, at least I won't be soon. Emigrate, Lynn. You won't regret it, neither will Peter. Neither will I.
Are you serious? You're asking me to go back to Australia with you?
Look, at least think about it while I'm in Scotland. A couple of weeks and I'll be back.
You're going now?
Sven, son of Olaf and Hildegard, descendant of Thor and rightful heir to the throne of Odin, has spoken. Catch you later, Lynn.
I'm really glad Elsa's come round.
Yeah, me and all. She never ceases to amaze me.
Nick looks like he was at the relief of Mafeking.
What are we going to do, Vic?
Well, we can't just wait for Scott to inherit the lot.
He won't be 25 for another 11 years.
We'll all be dead by then. Or worse, bankrupt.
Reg knew what he was doing, all right.
Yeah. If he weren't dead already, I could kill him for this.
There is something else we've got to get sorted. Do we tell Scott about the money?
What do you think?
I'm asking you. I mean, it could all be his one day. What do you think?
I think I need another pint.